Have you ever wondered what kind of believer you truly are? Deep down, beneath the labels, the routines, and the expectations, who are you in your faith journey? The 12 apostles of Jesus weren't just names in an ancient story. They were real people, each with unique strengths, struggles, and personalities. They didn't all look the same, think the same, or serve the same way. Instead, their differences created a powerful balance, a living example of how God uses every kind of person to spread hope, truth, and love. The apostles' stories are a mirror for us today, a reflection of the diverse spiritual conditions and believers found in the church. So, take a moment and ask yourself honestly, which type of believer am I? Let's start with Simon Peter, the passionate leader. He was courageous, outspoken, and always the first to jump in. When Jesus asked, "Who do you say I am?" Peter boldly proclaimed, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." At Pentecost, Peter's fiery preaching inspired thousands to believe. Acts 2, verse 41. But Peter also stumbled. In Luke 22, verse 54 to 62, he denied knowing Jesus 3 times when fear got the best of him. Yet, even after his failure, Peter wept, repented, and was restored. Are you a Peter, bold and passionate, stepping out in faith, but sometimes tripping over your own pride or fear? Remember, God doesn't ask for perfection. He asks for a heart willing to try again, to lead with humility, and to learn from mistakes. Now, consider Andrew, Peter's brother. He wasn't in the spotlight, but he played a crucial role, and Andrew was the one who brought Peter to Jesus in the first place. John chapter 1, verse 40 to 42. He quietly connected people to Christ, building bridges through relationships rather than grand speeches. Maybe you relate to Andrew, the quiet encourager, the friend who introduces others to faith through genuine care and conversation. You don't need a stage to make a difference. Sometimes, the most powerful impact comes through simple, faithful connections. Think about James, one of the Sons of Thunder. He was ambitious, bold, and ready to defend his place at Jesus' side. He was always jostling for a prominent position at the table. Mark 10, verse 35 to 37. But in Acts 12, verse 2, James was also the first apostle to be martyred, giving his life for his Lord. His courage and commitment are a challenge for those who face hardship or persecution. Are you a James? Strong, determined, ambitious, willing to stand firm for what you believe, no matter the cost? Then there's John, James's brother. He was the spiritual visionary, the one who leaned close to Jesus at the Last Supper, soaking in every word. John's writings overflow with love, truth, and insight. 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 to 8. He is the one most sensitive to revelation in the Spirit. He calls us to deeper understanding and authentic relationship with God. Are you like John, seeking to know the heart of Jesus, longing for intimacy and spiritual depth? Philip was the practical evangelist. He asked the tough questions and wanted to see the big picture. John 14, verse 8. When Jesus said, "Follow me," Philip wondered how it would all work out. Later, in Acts chapter 8, verse 26 to 40, he reached out to the Ethiopian eunuch, explaining the scriptures and sharing the good news in a way that made sense. Are you a Philip? Curious, analytical, eager to find real answers and help others do the same? Nathanael, also known as Bartholomew, was honest and skeptical at first. In John chapter 1, verse 46, when told about Jesus of Nazareth, he asked, "Can anything good come from Nazareth?" But once he met Jesus, his doubts melted into passionate witness. Are you a Nathanael, wrestling with questions but open to discovering the truth? Don't be afraid to seek, to doubt, or to ask. God honors an honest heart, and often turns skeptics into devoted followers. Thomas is remembered as the doubter, the one who needed proof that Jesus had risen. John chapter 20, verse 24 to 29. But when Jesus invited him to touch his wounds, Thomas responded with a powerful confession, "My Lord and my God." His journey from doubt to faith shows that questioning doesn't disqualify you. It can lead to deeper conviction. Are you a Thomas, searching for assurance, needing to see evidence before you believe? Take heart, for God meets you where you are and welcomes your honest questions. Matthew, once a despised tax collector, found redemption and a new purpose in following Christ. He left his old life behind and became a witness to God's transforming grace. Matthew to verse 9. Are you a Matthew, someone who's experienced forgiveness and change, now eager to share your story with others? James the Less is often overlooked, but he faithfully served without seeking attention or applause. Matthew to 10, verse 3. He represents those who quietly uphold the church, servants, supporters, encouragers, content to let others shine. Are you a James, serving behind the scenes, making a difference through humble faithfulness? Jude, in Luke 6, verse 16, sometimes called Thaddeus, passionately defended the truth, but did so with compassion. Jude 1. He reminds us that standing for what's right doesn't mean standing against people. Are you a Jude, balancing conviction with love, guarding the faith and reaching out to those who wander? Simon the Zealot was once a political revolutionary, ready to fight for his beliefs. But when he met Jesus, he redirected his zeal toward a higher cause. Luke 6, verse 15. Are you a Simon, channeling passion, energy, and even anger into serving God's kingdom rather than your own agenda? And finally, there's Judas Iscariot. He walked with Jesus, witnessed miracles, and heard every teaching. But greed and disappointment led him to betray his Lord for 30 pieces of silver. Matthew 26, verse 14 to 16. His tragic end is a warning. No one is immune to temptation. Yet even here, we see hope. After Judas's fall, Matthias was chosen in Acts chapter 1, verse 26 to take his place, showing that God restores what is broken and raises up new servants for his purpose. Are you tempted like Judas, struggling with divided loyalty? Or are you like Matthias, quietly stepping into the role God has prepared for you? Just like the 7 churches in Revelation, the apostles' lives reflect the church today. Bold leaders, quiet servants, doubters, visionaries, and even those who stumble. Romans 8, verse 28 promises that God works all things for the good of those who love Him. Your strengths and your struggles, your victories and your failures, they're all part of God's plan to reach the world with hope. Acts 1:8 declares, "You will be my witnesses to the ends of the earth." The apostles, flawed yet faithful, took up that call. Now, it's our turn. So, what type of believer are you? A Peter, leading with boldness but learning humility? An Andrew, gently bringing others to Christ? A James, standing strong? Or a John, seeking deeper love? Maybe a Thomas, wrestling with doubt? Or a Matthew, transformed by grace? Whoever you are, know this: God uses every kind of believer. Your weaknesses don't disqualify you. Your story isn't finished. Step into your calling, live for God's glory, and let your faith shine. You can make a difference. Rise up, embrace your unique role, and be the witness this world needs. If this message stirred your heart, share it with someone who needs encouragement. Let's walk this journey together as a community of believers, each one playing a part in God's incredible story.